All right, jump contrast. Jump contrast is a way to trick the nervous system into producing more force. It can also work by increasing muscle fiber activation during the eccentric, then using those fibers to overshoot during the concentric, meaning that you will recruit more fast twitch fibers than you normally would. The way to do that is to do the eccentric phase of a jump with a weight, and then you let the weight go and you jump as high as possible. This is one setup you can use. So you would go here from here and then jump. That's obviously a sub-maximum jump. You just get the idea, right? Then you would take it up again. And that. Or my favorite version, you do the same with a trap bar. Again, I'm using a light weight. The cool thing is, since you're not gonna jump with the weight, you can actually use a pretty heavy weight. You can use as high as, let's say, 80-85% of your 1 RM. So just the goal is simply to do the eccentric with more weight than the concentric. So you would do a rep, then you would jump up as high as possible, okay? I prefer a trap bar that is open-handed. There's no front bar, so you can actually jump a bit forward. But that's a pretty cool way of increasing your capacity to rapidly shift from concentric to eccentric to concentric. Because since you're doing the eccentric with more weight, you actually have more force to absorb. You're creating more tension in your muscles. But when you drop the weight, that tension is still there. And you can use that to produce concentric force. Again, that's a pretty advanced method, but I really like it. Now, I really prefer to use a trap bar. I'm gonna tell you a personal story. I was doing this drill with a kettlebell. I was using like 80, 90 pounds. And I would actually combine two types of jumps. One was the contrast jump I showed here. The second would be to actually jump with a kettlebell. And what happened is, because the weight of the kettlebell is a bit forward, I would extend the back a bit more. So when then I tried to test my vertical jump afterwards, I actually did a 90 degrees in the air and fell on my back, which was, lucky for me, there was nobody around the gym. But still, with a trap bar, the weight is more centered, so it's a better option. But if you don't have an open-handed one, you might want to jump forward to avoid landing on the bar itself, or ideally use an open hand bar. So that's a very effective and method that people don't do a lot of, but it's super effective for improving maximum power output.